Hey, welcome everyone to Wizards Outlook for the second consecutive time that we see y'all. Positive news. The Washington Wizards go down to Miami. They hold on, escape the city of Miami with a 107-108 win over the Miami Heat. And things were not easy down the stretch. Almost all the work that Washington did to earn a double-digit lead, heading down the stretch of that game, some mistakes were made. You saw a team that there was a reason they only won 9 games, but they held on. That's the thing, as Cardell Ray mentioned, the few times that we've talked about that this year, when they do good, we have to mention the good. They got a dub. That's back-to-back dubs. Hasn't happened a ton this year, and that's a good way to start this next trip that they have on the road. Cardell, we'll start with you and then Ray. What you guys think about them holding on, and then and also just what you thought of them mentally fighting through this game, knowing that they were down. Essentially, they're starting big and their backup, and not having Bagley and Holmes, however you want to look at it.
Yeah, for me, it was impressive considering the time of the season that everyone is in right now. And, it's early March, man. It's about a month until, it's playoff time. So teams ramping up, teams locking in. And the fact that they went down on the road to be the team that needs wins too, so they can move up in the standings or whatnot, a tough team that's known for their toughness. They got their 2 All-Stars in Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. You gotta give them props, man. It is what it is. They pulled out a tough win. Yeah, down the stretch, made some mistakes. Kuz could have just brought the ball back out, killed some clock. Instead he went for the runner or whatnot, and that gave them life. Just little mental errors like that. But regardless, they found a way to win, and that's the only result that matters, man. And it starts with Kuz, man. Kuz outplayed their all-star center, playing center today. He had 32 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and Bam had 16 and 16. Good monster, good double-double, but it wasn't enough. You know what I mean? Like, he outplayed him. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember the last time you could say that. You know what I mean? Normally, when they're dealing with All-Star Big, the All-Star Big has his way, but Kuz playing out of position, playing the 5. He got the better of Adebayo in his building with them fighting for playoff positioning. You know what I mean? That's impressive. Kuz was just relentless, man. And one thing I love, he still shot a little tad bit too many threes considering his percentage, but one thing I love that he wasn't hitting shots. He put his head down into the rim. He's I'm going to get buckets one way or another. I'm going to put points on the board, man, and he did. I can't remember the last time any player on the Wizards was 12 for 16 from the free throw line, unless they went in like double or triple overtime or something like that. In a regulation game, that don't happen, because without that, they don't win. No one else was really getting to the free throw line at all. And another thing that helped the Wizards' case, man, 3-point shooting. They bombed the Heat, man. They shot 41% from deep and held the Heat to 30% from deep. That kind of gave them the edge over Miami's advantage with the points in the paint, outscoring Washington 62-40 in the paint, man. And outscoring Washington second chance points 13-7. And outscoring Washington in fast break points 14-10. You know what I mean? And again, 27-17 bench points. Miami won so many ways, had the edge in so many ways, but the 3-point shooting combined with Kuz getting to the free throw line was the equalizer, man, and gave them the edge. And that's why they pulled out the 2-point win, man, especially in the second half. I can't remember a game where the Wizards didn't allow a 30-point quarter at all. You see what I'm saying? And let alone giving up close to 40, where we all know anything around that, they lose. It's just automatic. The fact that they were able to hold the Heat below 30 in all 4 quarters shows that they're fighting and competing, man. And I respect that. This season has long been over. There's no postseason or nothing. But guys are still competing. They haven't quit. They haven't given up. They're giving effort. You know what I'm saying? And you got to respect that, because they could easily bail in there and be like, man, I'm getting my check, man. Season over. Who cares? Especially if you're securing your contract or whatnot. If you're a young boy, I get it. Koulibaly's still gonna play hard. You got things to prove, but they're still out here competing, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you want to see from the team, moving forward, man, because you don't want to lose the mentality to set in. So you start adding the players, they just being added to a horrible situation. You want some spark there. You want to fight there. You want a nucleus there. So when they add players, they can try to turn this thing around quickly. You know what I mean? And not just wait 4 or 5 years down the road. Which, if that's the case, none of these players will be here possibly, and nobody on the staff. It would be a lot of changes by then. So I just appreciate that they came out and competed, man, and they need every bit of it, especially with the starters. I thought Kispert had a great game. 22 points, 8 of 15 from the field. 6 assists, 5 rebounds. I love the fact that he's built his game from when he got drafted from just being a shooter to where he's become a well-rounded and being able to hold up defensively. That's what I mean. That shows the work that they had. Denny, he had a rough, I say, first half, 2.5 quarters. Then he figured it out, man. He turned it on. 16 points, 10 rebounds, 7 of 14 from the field. You know what I mean? And then Tyus Jones, Mr. Steady, 12 points and 16 assists. One turnover. Come on, man. What more can you ask from your point guard? And obviously, Coulibaly just being solid. We already know what his main thing is, just being a defender, playing defense. So, man, I appreciate how they fighting, man. And for where they at currently and the outlook and stuff, and what the other team is fighting for as well. Yeah, this is a big win, a win to be proud of for the Wizards.
Right.
Yeah, man, I agree. It's a good solid win. Miami, they're right in the throes of the playing situation. They're trying to improve their standing, so they definitely are not coasting or anything right now. They need every win they could get. Yeah, man, the Wizards came down there and took one. It's just good to see them compete and fight. Not going to dwell too much on the past, but that also begs the question, why can't you just do this regularly? But we're here now, so it's really no need getting into that too much. But yeah, man, this is the stuff that we have been talking about when we just asked them to go out there and look like a professional basketball team. And yeah, it was some missteps down the stretch, but the fact that they continued to dig in and fight and compete, they were able to get the win. They don't get a couple of those loose balls. Coulibaly had a big block late. Things could have went south, and this game has a different result. So yeah, man, just play to the clock hit 0. That's all we ask. And yeah, speaking about Kuz, 7 threes. I mean, that's a lot, but today is not a lot. But yeah, like Cardell said, man, at a certain point, he just said, forget this, I'm gonna be aggressive and I'm gonna get to the line. And again, for him, that's something we've asked for on numerous occasions, because there's been games when instead of 2 for 7, he was 2 for 13. And if he has another one of those games tonight, yeah, they not gonna win. Him getting those easy points at the line was huge. And yeah, man, just all around good effort. Wilson, you mentioned them being shorthanded coming in, and especially when they got to face a big like Bam, that usually spells disaster for them. So yeah, man, it was just good to see them dig in and fight. Tyus Jones, again, I don't know if it's in his personality or not, but he got to demand to have the ball in his hands down the stretch, especially with the way he was playing today. 16 assists, 1 turnover. Yeah, nobody else should be directing traffic out there but him. But yeah, we can pick apart the game all day. But at the end of the day, they got to win, against a solid team. And I mean, it's 2 in a row. When last time we were able to say that. So, I mean, hopefully they start to enjoy what this feels like and continue to try to keep up that result.
Yeah, like you guys said, they had to dig in and get this one. To what you said, Cardell, I think the only thing you can walk away is impressed by it and appreciative of their effort. Yeah, we could talk about the much maligned effort or lack of it from earlier in the year, but tonight you had 35 assists on 39 made field goals. They were sharing the ball. You talk about the job Tyus did. That's one turnover against Miami. They're going to start pressing and throwing the kitchen sink at you. At a certain point in time, we saw it late, and he did a hell of a job. Everyone did in terms of trying to dig in and helping on the boards. I think it was foregone conclusion. You're probably going to lose on the boards when you don't have either of your two centers on the roster available to you, but they fought. That's all you can ask for in that regard. And we saw multiple times as the game went on, they were down there as a group in the paint fighting. They didn't get all of them, but they were down there fighting, and it is a noticeable difference. Then other times this year, we'd be like, at times be like, hey, go help the freaking bigs. No bigs tonight, and everybody crashed. So again, like you guys always say, when they do bad, we talk about it. When they do good, gotta give credit where it's due. You saw almost everybody step up and do what needed to be done tonight in some way, shape, fashion, form. A big heavy load on the starting group tonight because with injuries, some of those folks that normally come off the bench got bumped up, and that affects your rotation a little bit. But heavy minutes log, facing any iteration of Miami and coming out with a dub should be applauded. It's not fun playing Miami. I don't care who's there, what they have going on. We all know what happens in Miami off the court. There's a lot of distractions, what have you, let alone what you got to deal with on the floor. So credit to them for that.
It wasn't no distraction for the Wizards. They ain't gonna get no love nowhere. Who y'all? All right, I mean, get the job now. And the thing about the Wizards, I'm looking at their schedule. They got the Grizzlies and the Rockets up next. This could be a 4-game winning, and that's what I'm saying. You start build winning habits moving forward.
Right.
That's all I want to see, and that's what they should be trying to do.
And to piggyback off that, that's what the point of it, especially in something like this with ground zero. Culture starts with little things like that, with the habits, regardless of what's going on. Then you can build on those, but you got to have them to start with. And starts with competing for 48 minutes on a regular basis. But now, like you guys said, I thought Kuz was tough tonight, man. As far as how many free throws he took tonight, that was the most free throws Miami's given up to an opponent all season long.
And that's when him playing out of position, playing center. And I keep going back to this. Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo played tonight. That's 2 All-Stars, perennial All-Stars. And he played center, stepped in, and he bowled, man. He took it to him. My little shot not falling like I want. I'm gonna get some points some way, dog. Old-fashioned, old school way. I'm just gonna go in there and just get hit. All right, bet. 2 free throws, 12 or 16, keep it moving. I'm gonna do this all night till they stop, and they never stopped it. Because you gotta worry about his shooting. You know what I'm saying? That's tough. And if if Bam guarding you, he come out there, who's left in the paint if you get by him? I'm going right at everybody here, man, taking that contact on the free throw line. I'm not even feeling those dudes. And that's pretty much what he did.
Everybody else after Bam is significantly smaller. That's it. Like in Miami, obviously they do what they do to get away with it, but a hell of a job by Washington tonight. I feel bad every time I have to ask this, but it's up there. It's Kuz.
Mr. Kuz.
X Factor tonight.
I gotta go with Tyus, man. 12 and 16 on 1 turnover. He controlled the game. You could say I guess in the front court, in a sense, the Heat had the advantage. But the way Tyus played, the Wizards had the advantage in the backcourt. You know what I'm saying? Like, he thoroughly controlled the game. And that's why even when Miami had their lead in the first half, they couldn't really separate and just blow them out like we've seen pretty much throughout the season. He controlled the game. And look, man, when the ball moves, it's hard to stop. I mean, look, man, basketball's a simple game. We just complicate it through it in many ways, man. Ego, insecurity, all that stuff like that. But when the ball moves, defense a step behind when they trying to catch up. And so you keep moving the ball, it gets contagious. Everybody moving the ball. Eventually, he's going to find the guy he's supposed to find to get the bucket. And that's tough to guard. You know what I'm saying? So he was masterful, man. That's a Stockton stat line: 12 points, 16 assists, 1 turnover on 5 of 9, 2 of 5 from deep, 4 rebounds. That's a John Stockton stat line. So to me, he was definitely the X factor.
Argument for me. He had 4 less assists than Miami had as a team.
Bro.
Yeah, Washington's thing moving. Like this, I just want to provide some additional perspective. Like they had 26 as a team. He had pretty much almost had half of Washington's assists. They had 35 assists on 39 made field goals. Due had 16 assists.
Come on, man. He's responsible for 40. He's responsible for 44 of their points. Man. If you combine the assists, I know people try to diminish assists. Like, nah, homie. If you guard that man and I'm assist back, that counts too with the points. Because somebody had to rotate over to help because you got beat and your man is now scoring. Like they're finding your man. That's how it goes. Like they finding them. I mean, they find their man and their man is scoring. You know, and that's just what it is, man. So, yeah, man, they had a tough night. Even Koulibaly, he was efficient. 11, 4 of 8. You know what I'm saying? 2 blocks, 2 steals. Just everybody was steady, man. Like I said, just keep building winning habits. That's the key.
All right, on to we got a bunch of comments tonight. Shocker, you guys in a good mood, I assume. It's a little too late for winning games for Wizards, but keep it on a positive note. Good W. All right.
It's never too late to win.
Yeah. As long as it's games to play, it's games to win.
Man, where they coming from, all wins count. All of them. It's a meaningful game for the Heat because they can't be losing games to Spurs, Pistons, etc. Which is, again, going as Cardell said earlier, is impressive because it's go time for all the teams above them in the standings. Like I was watching on the Heat broadcast. I mean, it was I got 6 minutes left in the game. He's like, look, they cannot lose this game to the woeful Wizards. They cannot afford this.
Yeah, they're gonna be answering to reporters tomorrow.
Yeah.
Pat Riley probably gonna have to talk. He probably talking now, matter of fact. And we just ain't hearing about it, you know, probably in that locker room going on. Like, what the you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at the standings now with the L. They the 8th seed. Chicago right behind them, 4 games back, and Atlanta 6 games back. You know what I'm saying? They're a half game back in Indiana and Philadelphia because they, you know, they slided because of Embiid, but that's what I'm saying. You have an opportunity to move up. The Knicks are only 2.5 games up on you. See what I'm saying? With Julius Randle, all these guys out, like this your chance to move up and get in top half and have home court. You can't afford to lose these games, man. Like, come on, man. This for them, it's a bad loss. You're not supposed to be losing to a 10-win team at this point in the season.
Why Wizards always let teams have a chance? They was up by 10 and won by 2 down to the wire. I thought JB and Robinson was about to sink to 3.
Man, look, that's why I'm not gonna be negative. I give props because I know the people in the comments gonna find something. They can't help themselves, man. Look, you ask about a 10-win team. Why do they give up that? They're trying to learn how to win, bro. Win is hard, man. I think people forget the other team is good too. They're trying to stop these motherfuckers. They trying to win too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gotta be logical in what's going on, bro. We already know what it is. They rebuilding. So you just want to see signs of them building towards getting better instead of just, all right, we stagnant, just 10 wins. You know what I'm saying? 10 wins forever, or you getting worse. They're trying to figure it out as a group. Certain guys have won, but as a group, they haven't won nothing. So they're trying to figure it out. You know? And that's just, even when they got a new coach, he's trying to figure it out. So there's a lot of figuring out going on, man. It's tough to win. It's not as easy as people think it is, man.
It is something that has to be learned, as you said. There are better teams than them that have trouble, that don't know how to win fully. Like,
hold on, let me put this in perspective. Didn't we just see like a week ago the Dynasty Warriors get beat by 50 by the Boston Celtics?
Yes.
They don't know how to win? All right, then.
All on them. Yeah. Full 50 burger. Yeah. On national television.
And they let up off the gas. Guys, the starters play without Porzingis. Without Porzingis, too. And their horses play like 28 minutes. So, come on now. y'all got to keep things in perspective, man.
Area 11 T back with love seeing Kuz run up the trade value. Gilad Zelzer, welcome back. Haven't seen you in a while. 2 in a row versus a good team. Nice work. Though the last 2 minutes was kind of a hard attack. Great game by Kuz and Denny. Thought Kuz last 2 minutes. Mainly last shot should have run down the clock, as you guys mentioned earlier. But also shout out to you guys. Love hearing y'all. We appreciate y'all tuning in. It's, you know, we're both getting through this long season, man, together. So we appreciate y'all. Doesn't work without y'all. You know, we're not here like hand in hand. We're almost there. But 2 wins in a row, you know, and we appreciate y'all. But also now I'm definitely convinced he was going to sabotage it during the trade deadline. He wants his own team, talking about Kuz.
Bro,
he was supposed to have his own team.
Exactly. But it was a whole article out there Where they went to him and was going to trade him. And he said no, he wants to build things here. I respect that. He's accepting the challenge. He really is, and he's putting forth the effort and energy to show that he really wants that. Because he could have easily been like, man, I'm not playing center, dog. Bro, I'm a wing, bro. I ain't doing that. Come on. Went down there, did his thing, and outplayed Bam. You feel what I'm saying? So, and Bam is 6'9", about 260, 250 or whatever like that. So it's not like Bam is, Embiid that much bigger, but still, Bam is a problem. So, he went down there and had to deal with them on both ends. I respect that, man, because that's what leadership is all about. It ain't always about barking. Now the youngest are seeing you do that with sacrifice. What does they got to fall in line? Now everybody's gonna start sacrificing. That's how you start to build winning habits. That's part of it.
Elad also want to jump in and say Corey also had a great game, which you guys mentioned earlier. Michael Kersey with great win Wizards. Positivity off the jump. But good win. Area 11T coming back to the positive side of things. Good win. Good to see the young guys playing well. Want to see them get more plays called for them in the future. And Danny can learn from Kuz how to draw fouls going downhill.
Well, for sure. He still got that Euro stuff with him, man. I might try to put your head down, take the contact too.
Man, you 6'9", bro. Put that shoulder in their face and keep it moving.
Yeah. Or let them put their shoulder in your chest and you take the contact. Cool, 2 points. Eventually, they're going to stop putting their shoulder and forearm in your chest because they about to foul out. Oh. And you messing them up at the free throw line. Now they're in the bonus, and then everybody's getting free throws. Come on, man.
But like you said, up next, you got the Grizzlies on Tuesday
Winnable.
and the Rockets on Thursday.
Winnable.
You come out with this same type of effort, right, put you in a great place, as you said, beyond winnable over those two games. And you have the Bulls a couple days after that, and you come back home for Boston.
And the Bulls kind of in the same position with the Heat. And they're Boston, shit. Yeah.
So I was trying to put that off.
One game at a time. That's a baby steps. One game at a time, baby steps.
Got Grizzlies and Rockets next. Then the Bulls will deal with whatever comes after that. But you got a chance for 3 winnable games if you come out and at least replicate this type of effort. That's all anybody's really asking. But yeah, the Boston thing, that's a different story. Don't worry about that. It's not your problem. It's above you. Better teams have been handled by that.
Lord knows.
Not your problem. Embarrassed even. But again, great night for Washington. Back-to-back wins. Been a tough season. They got the double-digit wins, which I'm not going to lie, I didn't think they was going to get there for a little while there. But they're here, so we'll see how that goes. As Cardell Ray mentioned, you got 2 winnable games coming up. We'll see you guys following those games on both of those nights on Tuesday and Thursday. Y'all have a great evening. Thanks for hanging with us this evening after the Wizards win.